Source Highlight. The source highlight today are two Palmyra newspaper articles that come out in August 1829. The Book of Mormon translation was just complete. Oliver Cowdery, John Whitmer, and Joseph Smith just plowed through the translation of the Book of Mormon. The copyright for the Book of Mormon has just been acquired. The printer's manuscript would just be getting underway. The two articles that come out are fascinating for three reasons. 1. The word on the street in Palmyra was that giant spectacles were used to translate the Book of Mormon. This falls in line with descriptions of the Urim and Thummim as the instrument used for the translation of the Book of Mormon. 2. The article shows that the work on the Book of Mormon was a publicly socialized topic of interest. 3. The article shows some skepticism of Joseph and worry that what Joseph was doing was an attack on Christian ideals.
Two newspaper articles are published. The first is in the Wayne Sentinel in Palmyra on June 26, 1829.
Just about in this particular region, for some time past, much speculation has existed concerning a pretended discovery, through superhuman means, of an ancient record, of a religious and divine nature and origin, written in ancient characters, impossible to be interpreted by a North, to whom the special gift has not been imparted by inspiration. It is generally known and spoken of as the Golden Bible. Most people entertain an idea that the whole matter is the result of a gross imposition and a grosser superstition. It is pretended that it will be published as soon as the translation is completed. Meanwhile, we have been furnished with the following, which is represented to us as intended for the title page of the work. We give it as a curiosity. The Book of Mormon, an account, written by the hand of Mormon upon plates, taken from the plates of Nephi. Wherefore it is an abridgment of the record of the people of Nephi, and also of the Lamanites, written to the Lamanites, which are a remnant of the house of Israel, and also to Jew and Gentile, written by way of commandment, and also by the spirit of prophecy and of revelation, written and sealed, and hid up unto the Lord, that they might not be destroyed, to come forth by the gift and power of God, unto the interpretation thereof, sealed up by the hand of Moroni, and hid up unto the Lord, to come forth in due time by the way of Gentile, the interpretation thereof by the gift of God, an abridgment taken from the book of Ether. Also, which is a record of the people of Jared, which were scattered at the time the Lord confounded the language of the people, when they were building a tower to get to heaven, which is to show unto the remnant of the house of Israel how great things the Lord hath done for their fathers, and that they may know the covenants of the Lord, that they are not cast off forever, and also to the convincing of the Jew and Gentile that Jesus is the Christ, the eternal God, manifesting himself unto all nations. And now, if there be fault, it be the mistakes of men. Wherefore condemn not the things of God, that ye may be found spotless at the judgment seat of Christ. By
Joseph Smith, Jr., author and proprietor. After the Wayne Sentinel's article, an article is published on August 11, 1829, in the Palmyra Freeman and in the Rochester Advertiser and Daily Telegraph in New York on August 29, 1829. This article was retrieved from BYU Digital Collections.
the Palmyra Freeman says, "The greatest piece of superstition that has ever come within our knowledge now occupies the attention of a few individuals of this quarter. It is generally known and spoken of as the Golden Bible. Its proselytes give the following account of it. In the fall of 1827, a person by the name of Joseph Smith of Manchester, Ontario County, reported that he had been visited in a dream by the Spirit of the Almighty, and informed that in a certain hill in that town was deposited this Golden Bible, containing an ancient record of a divine nature and origin. After having been thrice thus visited, as he states, he proceeded to the spot, and after penetrating Mother Earth a short distance, the Bible was found, together with a huge pair of spectacles. He had been directed, however, not to let any mortal being examine them, under no less penalty than instant death. They were therefore nicely wrapped up and excluded from the vulgar gaze of poor wicked mortals. It was said that the leaves of the Bible were plates of gold, about 8 inches long, 6 wide, and 1/8 of an inch thick, on which were engraved characters or hieroglyphics. By placing the spectacles in a hat and looking into it, Smith could, he said so at least, interpret these characters. An account of this discovery was soon circulated. The subject was almost invariably treated as it should have been, with contempt. A few, however, believed the golden story, among whom was Martin Harris, an honest and industrious farmer of this town, Palmyra. So blindly enthusiastic was Harris that he took some of the characters interpreted by Smith and went in search of someone besides the interpreter who was learned enough to English them. But all to whom he applied, among the number was Professor Mitchell of New York, happened not to be possessed of sufficient knowledge to give satisfaction. Harris returned and set Smith to work at interpreting the Bible. He has at length performed the task, and the work is soon to be put to press in Palmyra. Its language and doctrine are said to be far superior to those of the Book of Life.